Welcome everyone to today's P3 report. But first, I forgot my script in the car. I'm going to get it. First, you'll watch a new music video of a rather modern novel, and I'll be right back.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Raise my flag, down my clothes. It's a revolution, I suppose. We're painted red to fit right in. Whoa. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. I'm radioactive, radioactive.
Okay, so rogue androids have infiltrated Earth to first kindly gift us with the inevitable truth and then brutally murder us, one might say, out of necessity. Oh, too soon? Oh, okay, too soon. Tonight's subject, how to run away when androids who look extremely like humans. On a side note, you know what? I might be an android for all I know, so, and we all might be androids. But back to the subject, how to run away when androids attempt to viciously attack you with horrific laser beams that were part of our science fiction repertoire and capable of disintegrating us into radioactive dust. But with the world situation as it is today, where gas prices in California are $4.13 and Hawaii has a gas price of $4.37, perhaps we should wish for an android to come down from the heaven disguised as an angel of death, since of course death is preferred over paying $4.13 for a gallon of gas. A tragedy for all. Fit for modern day Shakespeare. I'm sure you teenagers out there, though, are capable of being tragic, since your texts basically are comprised of 3 letters, O, M, and G. The perfect response to indicate your overflowing enthusiasm for the popular book, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Yes, it's the new, old new Twilight, but with a much more, shall I say, substance than that guy that shines like rainbows. So when we hear on the news that there was a mass murder in Southern California, we ask, who did it, right? But channeling my inner teenage self, OMG, you fell for it. No, we ask, what did it? Because remember, androids have invaded Earth and they're obviously not human. Well, then this brings up the question of what differentiates a real human and a human simulacrum. How can an android ever be programmed to be so much like a human that it is virtually impossible to tell the difference? All of these questions boil down to the central question of what exactly makes us human, or monkey evolved being for those who believe in Darwin's theory of evolution. where our topic comes into play today, the invasion of Earth by rogue androids. Introducing the man, hopefully the real man, who attempted to answer those questions in his literally groundbreaking dystopian science fiction novel, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Please welcome Speaker from the Dead, Philip Kindred Dick, or PKD for you weak-minded beings out there. Alright, Philip Kindred Dick, we're glad to have you here. Okay, one question, no offense, of course, but what's up with the title? It sounds like something you would read to your kid at night.
Actually, Jung's theory of external perception ties into the title. When we really consider what it is that makes you and me human, it is quite confusing. While thinking about this, I began to get an idea of a mysterious quality in the universe, a kind of metaphysical world, an invisible realm of things half seen. The technology we create, especially the robots that are disturbingly human-like, do they have souls? Can they dream?
Invisible realm of things half seen? How can something simultaneously be invisible and half visible? That seems like a paradox to me.
Well, in essence, the paradox hints that there is more to the universe, or even to the Earth, that of which we can see.
What is your book all about? Obviously, judging the book from the cover, like we all like to do, the book is about androids, like those Google green robot things, plus dreams, and sheep that are electric for some reason. For those who don't admit that we like to judge books by their cover, well, that's what we call denial.
Actually, you're somewhat right, except that androids aren't the green Google robots. Rather, they are the robots that look so human that a minor deviation in the normal and expected response time to the imagined murder of animals reveals the true identity of an android. Because the novel is set in 2021 after World War Terminus, which, as the name suggests, is the end of all world wars because of mutually assured destruction, the remaining humans left on Earth prize living animals in order to cling on to whatever sense of humanity and empathy they have left. The societal expectation to own something living has caused electric manufacturers of animals to be established.
Sorry, my suit is having trouble with me. Why did you write this book, Mr. Dick?
So a lot of my works focus on the human existence, along with imaginations of things not seen. Likewise, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep attempts to delineate the fine line that differentiates humans and androids. The book discusses the idea of whether or not it is possible for entities to cross over the line, and if possible, what is the impetus for that exchanging of identities. It held some of the internal struggles that were raging within me. I saw this imaginative world that spoke to me, and I tried to rationalize something inexplicable.
Very interesting. The book indeed has more qualities of an intellectual and philosophical discussion rather than a question and answer novel. Now, this novel was written during a very turbulent era of U.S. history, the Vietnam War and the Cold War. How did the atmosphere during the time period influence you in writing the novel?
Well, I transferred that mentality into my book. It is evident with the fear of rogue androids and the desire to stop their activity and end their life. The emergence of a type of religion in a TV show that religiously airs represents the desire for faith and some sort of normalcy for the remaining people to hold on to. I must admit, there is a lot of anti-Vietnam War and anti-Cold War meanings underlying the entire novel. These stem from what I believed and still believe were stupid wars that did nothing but place humankind on the brink of extinction.
Your novel is futuristic. It foresees a world that has disintegrated into a radioactive bowl of dust. Do you believe that today the world is approaching a similar disintegration on the same rate?
Well, I placed my fears, opinions, and imagination into the novel. the ever-present possibility of nuclear war was largely the impetus for the setting. I wanted to highlight the inevitable destruction of life that would be inflicted upon mankind, ironically by men themselves, due to the destruction of the most basic moral empathy.
You would think that by now men would have evolved into more intelligent beings, yet we are still animals, of course, except me. I'm an android. Thank you, Philip K. Dick, for being here today on the P3 Report. Thank you very much. Well, that's it for today's P3 Report, but it's not it for the book Do You Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? If you're interested in this novel, I believe there's a Harrison Ford movie adoption of this book called Blade Runner. Read up to gird your loins for the incumbent invasion of androids. I'll see you next time, folks.
I'm kind of nervous when I take tests.
I've got 4 skin jobs walking the streets.
They're either a benefit or a hazard. If they're a benefit, it's not my problem.
I'm Rachel.
Deckard.
Have you ever retired a human by mistake?
No.
I need the old Blade Runner. This is a bad one.
How can it not know what it is?
If only you could see what I've seen.
More human than human is our motto.
What if I go north? Disappear. Would you come after me?
I know you would, but somebody would.
It's too bad she won't live.
I can see you.
Time to die.
Will you help us?
What seems to be the problem?
Death. I want more life. An experiment. Nothing more. More human than human is our motto.
Blade Runner 30th Anniversary Collector's Edition. Coming soon to Blu-ray. Includes a limited edition spinner.